Paquito jungle. Most likely it's going to be the Paquito jungle and the Benedetta in the EXP lane.
Could be a mid, you never know.
Hey.
Sync taking the Benedetta into the mid lane again.
Hey. We're not doing this again. May, no. Don't do this.
But I like the Benedetta pick, right? Because it gives them an alternative option. Earlier on, they were very, very caught up in the fights and forced to respond to that as well, but they didn't have the ability to go make the cross-map plays. So if, again, they were to fall behind in this later game, and Revival we know plays very well in the late game as well, they can force, or at least relieve some of that pressure off of them.
There was not much mobility coming out from the elite army apart from the dead, but a Kadita on the mid?
Wow.
Oh, that's gonna be real bursty. I mean, if Smelly Cat were to get caught out, or if Odia Bambi not gonna go for their tank build, Sync to be caught off guard, Swirl will be hunting down for Sync. But I mean, you have the likes of Forza and Shu just rushing you in the face. There's no way to counter this at all. It's very 50-50 for me. Again, I'm sorry. I'm liking where I'm sitting here, still on the fence.
I thought you went with Stellark the last game.
I mean, I did went with Stellark, but the Kadita just changed my mind.
So, which draft? Kadita.
Kadita. Revival for me.
Revival just because of the Kadita. But
yes,
you're right, there is huge burst potential. But this time, Stellark looks like they've changed the little things, changed some things. So we're going to see if this is working out for them or potentially could work out for them in game number 2.
All right, we're going to go game 2. This is Stellark Revival. Revival is up 1-0 at this moment. Mind you, Stellark is kind of hard to pin down at times. They are the team that have picked the most number of champions throughout the entire league. They have a huge versatile pool. The fact that they're able to just kind of throw out the Benedetta, Atlas, Farza, this Paquito, I don't think I've seen this composition yet. But it is interesting the fact that they're turning things around. They wanted the Farsa for themselves, and they've got it here.
And that's huge. That's a big thing that they're taking away from Revival because Swole, he was the MVP, right? On that far side as well. Positioning, being able to output damage as well as distract so many members of Stellark. So now Sync taking matters into his own hands and just snatching that away. But Ryan, bot side, being pressured down.
Oh, he's getting pressured. He might go one more. Oh my gosh. Woo! Woo! All right, okay. Everybody calm down. No first blood now. I mean, it was very close in that situation. But the Fenrir here, there's going to be just scattered about. Odie or Bambi just trying to contest here. But man, everybody and their moms are here. And there's so much damage that's going in. And I don't know who got the Fenrir in the end. But Odie or Bambi might be giving up first blood. No, LY4 not able to do enough damage. He's going to go down. Smelly Cat will secure that one. And you do not want to let him get farmed.
Very nicely played there. Revival, yes, they recognize that, Stellark rotated down to the bottom side to try to put down Ryan. They were not successful, and so Revival contesting that jungle objective, but they didn't manage to get it in time, and therefore taking one death now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was really worth first blood for the Fenrir or whatever, but it's a situation that they're going to take. Stellark want to protect as much of their jungle as possible, get themselves back in this game. Now, let's talk a little bit about, LY4 already making plays, I guess, in the sense of he's giving up some kills. But, what do Revival need to do to get themselves back into this game?
Well, it's not over for them, right?
It's over. First blood is everything.
That's so harsh. Like the moment you lose it, that's it. I decided in the first 2 minutes of the game. But you can see they're actually taking the higher ground here, trying to reach this turtle, but Stellark, they look like they want to contest it.
Oh, they want to, but here we go. It's going to be used, and it looks like LY4 already blown up. Black Dragon form's going to be used. They're trying to get much, but, they've already got the turtle. So that's pretty much going all the way of Stellark thus far. But Ryan now looking to fight. Nice ejector, throws him back. Ryan is going to be killed. Odie or Bambi's going to get barely away. And it looks like Chu is just blowing him up. QDX Love does get away, but 3 kills now going the way of Stellark.
This feels so much more natural for Stellark. It's like this is their comfort zone, and I think Fossa, especially on the Atlas, being able to be a little bit more aggressive as well, that natural defense that he has to his favor. So looking at emblems across right now, it's actually a Demon Slayer emblem on Odia Bambi, so he's going to be able to get the objectives a lot easier. Peace!
Oh, but the Feathered Airstrike and Peace has to get to safety. He's just so low. I don't know, Sync is like, oh, should we go for him? No, but LY4 is here. The bodyguard has been here, and they do have him, and it looks like Sync has overstepped his boundaries. He's been dead, but Odia Bambi now on the hunt. A big commitment just to get for Peace, and he does go down. Odia Bambi will secure that one. Now they need to make a run. They throw back with Fossa, and yeah, that's going to be disengaging here. But Smelly Cat flickers to safety. He's fine.
Very nice, recognizing that, Swope was going to come in and rotate as well. So Stellark, really strong showing here. Even if it seems like they might, have to retreat for a little bit, come back and re-engage and get something more.
Yeah, it was. They needed to have gotten something right. And Stellark right now are like, hey, last game, I don't think we were as aggressive as we needed to have been. Stellark have proven that their laning phase is solid. How can they amp that up to the next level? It's by being a little bit more aggressive. Stellark are doing that now.
Looking again at the drops, right? There is actually
Two with a knock-up, another secondary knock-up, no real way to get away, and Ryan will secure that one. But now LY4 will pay for his sins in the Black Dragon form, but Ryan does need to be careful. He's going to zip to safety, gets over the wall, he's fine, but he did lose LY4.
Yeah, not a great look. 1-3-1 at this moment. One level behind Odia Bambi as well. So Odia Bambi has the Demon Slayer together with that Retribution. So it's going to be harder for him to get the objectives potentially. Speaking of which, the turtle has spawned. So Stellark's going to go ahead and rotate to that and take priority.
We're going to start it here. LY4 is back from the graveyard. He's going to be fine for now. QDX Love trying to provide some vision, but it looks like it's going to go an easy way of Stellark. Again, they've had 5 turtles in a row going back to the last game.
Well, Revival, it seems like a waiting game for them now, right? Needing to wait for Swolt to come online a little bit so that he can do huge burst damage. And I think with the composition here, it's like Stellark needs to find somebody to do that. Actually, a Clock of Destiny being already built onto Swolt, so that's going to help him out a little bit. And looking again,
but the perfect match, they're going to go right, they're going to throw him back to Fatal Links, and they do get peace. Smelly Cat will secure that one, and that's exactly what you want. You want to get Smelly Cat as much farm as possible. 2-0, doing very well here.
Yeah, and he's already secured that BOD for himself, so all that damage output going to be in favor of him. He, in this case, didn't go for that defensive item like he did the last game, so pure damage, having that Weapon Master to his favor as well. And Peace, usually he opts for a killing spree, but in this case, using the Weapon Master instead. So it seems like Revival, they might want some attack going into the later part of the game.
They need something. They need to get Peace going, but it looks like Chu all by himself, attracting a lot of attention, yes, but can he get saved on this one? Chu does go down. LY4 will secure that one. Swirl now, and Ryan just flying around, providing a little bit of vision. Swirl is going to be next on the list, but Ryan barely alive. He gets Smelly Cat, and that's going to be huge. Gets the other one as well, and look, Sync is going to run away. Fossa is around trying to find somebody left, but there's nobody left.
I don't think he's going to go for it, right? He's alone, probably just going to hang there for a bit or rotating to the mid side, but no, yeah, I think he's going to just be defending. So it's a great pickup there by Ryan, diving into the backline as well and getting Smelly Cat. I think that was a pretty good trade for them.
Definitely a good trade for them. Revival are back in this one, and it looks like they're 2 heavy hitters, right? Somebody gets the punch, the other one counters in return, and you're seeing just how these two are kind of just going neck and neck. Revival, nowhere near out of this game. They definitely have options out. Yes, they are a little bit behind, but the Turtle, they need to start focusing more on the objectives here as the Turtle is getting low. QDX Love trying to get into this one. Odia Bambi secures yet another Turtle. That's the 3rd one.
I mean, Revival just hasn't had a chance to, go near the turtle, secure the objectives, unfortunately. And we're going to take a look here at the damage dealt by Frank OCBC. Sync sitting on top of the charts here at 21k. So that is a full, 7k. I can do that.
Yeah.
7k ahead of Chu at second.
Nice. Okay, all right. I would have needed my abacus to calculate that, but thank you for that. So, but Sync has been on point, right? The amount of damage she's provided, we saw that in game 1 where there was a lot of damage on the Farsta, and they're doing it in return. And they're going to get the objective in the bottom lane, so they've kind of pressuring Revival to kind of react to what Stellark want to do.
Definitely, they're rotating on the bottom side, just taking away these objectives, but at the same time, they're not letting up on the other lanes as well. So there's equal pressure being put across the mid and the top by Stellark and forcing Revival to respond to this.
Yeah, they want to respond, but Fossa, again,
then the far side.
All this vision, nobody wants to go for him, and this is the power of the Atlas. You're super tanky, nobody wants to deal with you. You got crowd control up the wazoo, and I mean, if anything, like Stellark need to take that mid-outer turret. That's like the biggest thing, provide more space into the enemy jungle.
Oh, LY4 tries to go for it, but Fossa flickers out instead. So gonna be safe for now, but Revival, they look like they want to chase something down potentially. Not gonna find it just yet.
Yeah, so this is one of those moments where you're in the house and like your mom or whatever is chasing after the mosquito in the house, right? It's one of those things. But as I say that, Peace getting very low. He's going to try to turn this around, and it looks like QDX Love is low as well. Odia Bambi's now stuck on this one. He does not get away, and LY4 will secure that one, and Revival have gotten something.
Yeah, I mean, 1 kill on Odia Bambi, that's huge. Again, Odia Bambi going down just before the Lord is spawning. But the thing now is, Revival is very pushed
they
up.
want more. LY4 goes right in. Sync is down. That's all the damage. LY4 will die in return, though. Ryan now looking around, trying to find something. They're going to back off here. But with 2 down on Stellark, this is looking very advantageous for Revival, especially with the Lord spawning.
Yeah, they will try to push it, but the thing is, Smelly Cat is on, still alive here. So if they wanted to go for the Lord, it would be I guess, a risky play, opting not to do that just yet. Gonna instead go back to managing their lanes. Chu also going up top and forcing Revival to respond to that. So Ryan has to clear that before they can think about rotating back down.
Yeah, Stellark here, again, just their slight advantage. They need to kind of push around. I mean, they have all their turrets, up at this moment. So it's just a matter of trying to invade, trying to provide a little bit more space so that you can open the door to the Lord. They haven't been able to do that right now. Paquito is going to make his way to the top, Chu that is, and the rest of them are just sticking around, realizing that Revival will never actually go for the Lord.
They're gonna try, right? They're gonna hang around the vicinity, try to set themselves up for it, but they might want to, bait out Fossa's Fatal Links as well. The thing is, Fossa needs to find somebody. Swirl, with that last pick on the Kadita, can potentially just run away from that and has that invulnerability to get away. And on top of that, they use the Petrify. So at the same time, Stellark needs to be aware that Swirl can dive in the backline and try to burst down Smelly Cat.
You can feel the tension, right? Stellark, if they lose this, they're out, right? Yes, they've made it to top 6. They've got the relegation, which is great for the future, but they do not want to be eliminated here. They do not want to make any mistakes, and you're seeing them playing a little bit more passively, not the aggressive Stellark that we're used to seeing, because, they don't want to make any mistakes at this juncture.
Yeah, and Fossa though, on that Atlas, you can see it's a lot more comfortable the way that he's able to provide vision to make the setups for his team. So it's still in line, with their slightly more aggressive playstyle, but they're not making plays that they shouldn't be making.
True. They're playing it slow. I mean, they're doing a little bit of chip damage, pushing the waves, a little bit, just slowing the game down, understanding that, hey, we've got an advantage. The only way we can lose this advantage is if we do something silly.
Right now, it's just about getting control, right? You can see Chu once again just clearing up top, and they're gonna take turns here. Chu forcing Ryan to respond to that, and it's up to maybe if Stellark wants to pull the trigger first when they recognize they have a numbers advantage.
They haven't figured out that right angle of attack. They haven't been lucky in getting that advantage. It's one of those things where Stellark, when you have that advantage, you can kind of push things around so that you can kind of control where Revival are going to roughly be, right? That you understand how the waves are crashing in the other lanes. So you know that Yuzhong right now will be in the top lane. Ryan is already there, making sure that he's there. Now, Stellark need to figure out how they can capitalize maybe on somebody who maybe steps out of position in the mid lane.
Will they do that though? I mean, you can see Stellark is grouping towards the top side actually, so they might try to make a play elsewhere, force Revival into maybe a 4v1 fight before they contest any objectives. A 4v5.
Yeah. I was going to say 4v1. I think that's
4v1. That's really unfair.
All right, but it looks like, again, the game is slowed down. We haven't seen too many kills in like the past 2 or 3 minutes, which is very odd considering we've seen nothing but a bloodbath between these two teams. But again, everybody's scared. People are just playing it slow, getting farm. So if we're talking about itemization, like what sort of peak are you like, hey, Smelly Cat gets this item coming forward. What would you think that, and then they'll just be able to control the game from that on? But, hold that thought. Okay. QDX Love does get away here. But would you know, what would you recommend for Smelly Cat as an item?
I didn't quite see what he had now, but
okay.
I don't think it will be anything out of the ordinary, right? He's just going to keep building a lot of damage because Stellark is also relying on that from Smelly Cat, from Odia Bambi, but from Sing, sorry. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and start up the Lord right now.
Yeah, the Lord is going to be gone. Fossa is going to get perfect match away to safety. He should be fine, but the Lord now, they're going to let him go. Revival are like, okay, hey, we're just going to, leash him back in. He's going to go regen, go back to sleep. And again, everybody just kind of disengages at this stage. Again, like the pace is slowed quite immensely.
So careful. It's like neither of these teams want to pull the trigger. And the thing is, I think even going into the later part of the game, it doesn't seem like any of these teams have a clear advantage over the other. It's pretty much equal, I think, save for maybe Stellark. We talked about the Benedetta and the Chu, being able to split push, and Revival, they've been forced to respond.
They've got the Fatal Links. They pull back LY4. He's the tanky one, but he's taking damage. Smelly Cat will secure that one. QDX Love now is on the run, and this is the window of opportunity that they got. They've killed LY4. It's completely wide open. This is, of course, the first Lord. Now, how does Revival respond to this one? Fatal Link, swirled. He's going to get wave dash. He's going to try to go in, Sink getting low, but they've already got the Lord. Oh dear, Bambi will secure that one. Now Chu is getting forced on. Ryan trying to get some damage in, but it looks like Ryan has gone too deep. Smelly Cat will secure this one. Oh dear, Bambi, do they get more? They get 2DX Glove on top of that, and they do get Smelly Cat in return, and oh dear, Bambi. So what was looking to be a great fight, not the worst, but Peace thrown back. Chu will secure that one. Revival now, last one swirled. He's going to go back to tell the tale of how he met a whole bunch of meanies.
For sure, I mean, yeah, and it turns out I think Revival managed to get, Stellark managed to get the upper hand in that one together with the Lord. So big win for them there. We're going to see exactly how that happened. You can see Swirl trying to dive into the backline for Sing, putting him out of that fight. But Odia Bambi already secured the Lord at this point, so it was just Revival trying to look for compensation. Ryan diving into the backline, but he dies. And Smelly Cat, you can see him so comfortable on this hero that he plays so well. Going a bit further there though, so P's gotten the better of him, and this is just Stellark trying to clean up as much as they can now.
Okay, they're feeling it, right? The 4K net worth lead. Now they've got the pressure that's going to be on. They've gotten the kills. They've gotten almost everything going their way. Now, how can they proceed? I mean, they're going to continue to just choke them out, so to speak, by taking control of the map. Stellark have done a great job of this. Can they close this game out?
Well, they definitely do have that Fatal Links combined into that Feathered Airstrike, so it's a lot of, it's a huge zone that they can, just put out the artillery onto Revival here, especially now that, Sing he even has that Winter Truncheon, so he can mitigate some of the damage, the huge burst coming from Swirl as well, so it's a lot easier for him to survive in those fights. And not to mention Smelly Cat with the Husk Claws, he has more sustainability than Peace does in this fight, so the longer the fights drag out, it will probably go into Stellark's favor because he can keep themselves alive.
Yeah, the only thing wrong with that last big team fight was Smelly Cat dying, right? Revival need to do one thing, and that's to find the Beatrix. Wherever she is, make sure that you can draw a bead, get some sort of damage or some sort of control, because the damage, once she's dead, you have an opportunity to do some damage. Like the most of the Stellark damage has been mitigated, and you need to ensure that you're in that situation. I mean, Sync is another one. There's just so many killers on Stellark.
Yeah, just a lot of damage sources, right? From Chu, from Sync, or from Smelly Cat. So, yeah, I mean, that's what Revival has to look out for now. And it's tough, I think, for Stellark to really fight head-on because you do have to be careful of the Unstoppable Force, the ejector still coming from LY4 as well as from QDX Love. But that being said, they have more AoE, huge AoE kinds of skills to be able to try to attack into Revival.
Yeah. And they're going to need that. They're going to need the spells. They're going to need to figure out how to focus it down. But Swirl gets to safety for now. The Lord has respawned at this stage. Now, Stellark are looking to just, again, create space, fix the lanes, then take what you can. And again, like Revival are sticking around, and the Lord is going to be started here by Smelly Cat.
They have the advantage for sure, and you can see the positioning by Stellark as well throughout the lanes. Fossa is hiding up the top side, giving vision, but him being there could potentially also spell a play for Stellark.
Yeah, they have an opportunity here, but, you know, Fasa is just super deep. But again, it's more about the jungle, right? And, oh, Fasa, perfect match. Does get one. The Fatal Link, the throw back, and they've got two, and that's going to be a great start. LY4 is going to be killed here. Two will secure that one. QDX Love is now on the run. And again, another opening. Stellark playing these team fights to the T.
Perfect match, finding the perfect target in those bushes. LY4 now with that retribution down on the side of Revival. It's not looking good for them. Stellark, they have full control over this objective, and Revival is nowhere to be seen. They have to turtle up and try to contest this as much as possible.
Okay, like we talked about the last game where there was so much difficulty in finding that priority target. This one is LY4. Once you take them out, you talked about the retribution, they have no way to contest. And Stellark have been able to manage to kill or find LY4 7 times already in this game. They've managed to draw a beat on him and just made his life miserable in this one.
And that's a jaw hit that you're talking about, right? I mean, yeah. I guess LY4 has been playing the front line, but QDX Love gets knocked out. They get the turret off of that Revival.
Oh, but Swirled on the back end is trying to go for this one and somehow managed to stay alive thus far. Zink is going to be killed. Peace will secure that one, and this might have been the fight for Revival. Chu looking to fight. Oh dear, Bambi's on the back end. Peace does go down. That's a lot of damage that's going to be gone. QDX Love continuing to fight. Ryan trying to do what he can with his Dragon Tail, but it looks like it's 3 versus 2. One is going to be revived. Oh dear, Bambi. And then they did a nice little 3-man knockup. That's going to be start, but it's going to be a Revival on that one. QDX Love trying to stay alive. Ryan just barely away. He's going to be fine. 2 members left on Stellark with 3 on Revival, but they do have the Lord. They're providing pressure in this the top lane here. The Lord is going to be left alone. Stellark are like, hey, we're actually outnumbered. We're going to back off.
My goodness, Chu with the 3-man knockup plays
nice.
there. Yeah,
that was nice.
I mean, great defense still put up by Revival, right? Yes, Stellark got the top inhibit the turret, but they could have taken more. They could have taken more off of Revival's hand, so great defense put out by Revival. This is the thing you have to be careful about, because Revival has so much ability to lock you down in a fight and to dive into your backline. So it looks like Stellark, now they have to reset. Look again at how they can make the next siege.
They got to figure something out, right? I mean, it's 75 seconds. They can play a little bit calmer, and they have a huge net worth lead, about 7 or so K. It's just a matter of finding that nice little pick off again and getting themselves into a situation where they can kind of, you know, again, find the right targets. LY4, when you have the Lord up, you find Swirled, who provides all that damage and that control. So you have options. But Peace going for Smelly Cat is the #1 target that they're trying to get. They're trying to get onto Smelly Cat, and they haven't had the most luck, but the times that they've done okay is when they find Smelly Cat.
Okay, found Swirl there in the bushes, but he's going to be okay. And Swirl, I don't know what his comfort heroes really are, but you know, he's always played a lot of Yve, a lot of Farsa, heroes that allow him space away from the enemies, and he can position himself so well from the fight. This Kadita feels a little counterintuitive in that sense, because he has to dive in, get that burst out, and then be able to make it out alive. And so far, you can see the impact. 0, 1, and 5 does not seem to be a great day for him. Yeah,
but it's showing breadth, right? The fact that you can be not this one-trick pony or this one playstyle pony, I can play other things and just kind of change things up. It's super important for a team to get to the next level by having that versatility. Just being a little bit more, things that you don't really, account for can really throw other teams off guard.
It could, provided it works out for you, right? Because by kind of putting Swirl on that hero, you're also giving up damage and the good, value that he always provides in that team fight. So now there is a huge reliance on Peace to be able to do that instead. You can see Swirl in the backline, maybe trying to make a play.
Trying to find something. The Lord is about 60% right now. LY4 does need this. He does see this. So he's going to stick around to let them get a little bit more damage. But there's the first attack. Ryan getting a little bit low. Does need to be careful. He's going to be revived at this stage. The Feathered Air Strike is going to be used, but Ryan has been killed. That's the second time for him. QDX Love now is going to be next on that target list. Oh dear, Bambi trying to draw a beat on him. Not able to do so. Yes, they do find him in the end. Sync will secure that one. Chu. Now he's going to revive. He's going to look to fight LY4 now. Peace. Swirled. Can they make something happen? Sync is doing so much work. And Stellark, all 5 of them are still alive. Yes, they're all low, but nobody's dying from their end. Peace now is going to be next on this list. He does go down. Smelly Cat will secure this one, and look at how low Fasa is. Feathered Airstrike used once again. LY4 has been killed, and Stellark are like, we don't need the Lord. Let's end it right now.
It's an absolute massacre. Revival. 4 members going down, and now all up to Swirl. Nothing he can do with the Truncheon, only going to delay the pain. And Stellark round this up to a game number 3. That's where we're going.
Completely, we knew it was going to go to a game 3, right? No surprises here.
Now you say that.
No, we knew that. We knew that going in. This is a team that always goes the distance with it. Stellark with a very convincing win. They were in full control almost from minute 1, but let's get Vertigo's thoughts on this one.
Wow, I mean, it's just so spectacular, right? So, I don't know what Vertigo has to say, but I feel like he's quite breathless at this moment.
He's tongue-tied. He's tongue-tied. I've never seen Vertigo like
Just
this.
watching the games.
I mean, Smelly Cat just asserting dominance since the very first minute all the way to the end.